NBA player comparisons are a hell of a thing, and they put a tremendous amount of pressure on players. Guys like OJ Mayo cracked under the pressure of being compared to a player like MJ, whilst Kobe thrived under the pressure. Kobe eventually became good enough that other players now are compared to him. One guy who's getting compared to Kobe now is Andrew Wiggins, the star small forward from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ironically enough, when Wiggins was drafted, he was compared to LeBron James because they are both small forwards, and they are both good defenders and athletic slashers with no real jump shot. But as his game has evolved in the NBA, he went from an athletic slasher to a post and mid-range scorer, and his defense has actually been a little disappointing, to be honest. But with the way Wiggins plays now, he gets compared to Kobe Bryant. Their games are very similar. They both like to get the ball in the post and like isolations and pull-ups from middies. And of course, they like to slash inside for some massive dunks. And I should state, before we look at this comparison, that this video is in no way meant to disrespect Kobe Bryant at all. Kobe is my favorite player of all time, and he's definitely top 5 of all time, and he's a legend. This is just a comparison. When you compare two players, it's not meant to take away from the better player, it's meant to add to the lesser player. It's time to dive into the statistics of this comparison. First, we are going to look at the rookie stats of Kobe and Wiggins. We should consider some factors here. For one, in Kobe's first season, he came off of the bench, and when we look at the later stats, he also was a second option to Shaq. So with that said, here are the stats. In Kobe's rookie year, he averaged 7.6 points, 1.9 rebounds, and 1.3 assists on 41% field goal shooting and 37% from 3, averaging 15.5 minutes per game. Andrew Wiggins, in his rookie year, averaged 16.9 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.1 assists on 44% field goal shooting and 31% from 3, averaging 36 minutes per game. This might seem like a clear advantage for Wiggins, but considering the minutes difference, it's actually really close when you look at the per 36 stats. They both have close to the same production, but Wiggins did walk away with the Rookie of the Year award that year, and you could argue Kobe would have struggled with more minutes as a rookie, so I'd call it close, but I'd say Wiggins has a better rookie season statistically. Now, for the sophomore years, Kobe still came off of the bench, but this time he had a 6-man role. So for Kobe's second season, he averaged 15.4 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 2.5 assists on 43% field goal shooting and 34% from 3. He did this averaging 26 minutes per game. For Wiggins' second season, he averaged 20.7 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 2 assists on 46% field goal shooting and 30% from 3. And he did this averaging 35 minutes per game. And once again, looking at the per 36 stat, these guys are really neck and neck, with Kobe averaging 21.4 points and Wiggins averaging 21.2. Wiggins now at this point was sharing the spotlight with rookie Karl Anthony Towns, which is an interesting thing for both Kobe and Wiggins, as they both share the spotlight with a dominant big man. And Towns will only become more dominant, so we could see similar themes of people saying Wiggins would be nothing without Cat, just like people said that about Kobe with Shaq. Hopefully that doesn't result in the same thing. I do hope Wiggins and Towns spend their careers together. So again, Kobe and Wiggins have similar stats. Let's move on to their third seasons. In Kobe's third season, he finally got a starting job, and when he got it, he averaged 19.9 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 3.8 assists on 46% field goal shooting and 26% from 3, while averaging 38 minutes per game. Now Wiggins, who is currently in his third season right now, so these stats are liable to change, is averaging 22.5 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 2.5 assists on 45.6% field goal shooting and 34% from 3, while averaging 37 minutes per game. Wiggins definitely wins this one, but Shaq was a very dominant player at this point, while Towns is still only in his second season, but he is getting there. And Towns doesn't get the ball nearly as much as Shaq did, so Wiggins gets 3 more shot attempts per game than Kobe did. So these are the stats. It's easy to look at stats and make determinations, but stats are the tangible side of basketball, and we cannot ignore the intangibles of basketball. But one is work ethic and effort. While it seems Wiggins has a high work ethic, his defensive effort has been called into question multiple times, which is why I said his defense has been disappointing. Another is clutch factor, and I think Wiggins is okay there for now. He hit a game winner versus the Suns a couple of days ago. I do remember Kobe hitting a pretty nice game winner versus the Suns in the playoffs in 2006. Where Wiggins goes from here isn't easy to guess, but I do think he has the potential to be close to as good as Kobe. Again, as a disclaimer, I love Kobe. He's a legend that gets crazy respect from me. I just think Wiggins could potentially maybe even match him. That's the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I am out.